Hello there, viewers. It's me, the Video Gamer Productions, with part 2 of my Neutron Jet Fusion walkthrough. Now, the last part was recorded and uploaded last Saturday, but because I was just new to my apartment at the time, I decided to give a week's worth of wait before I started the second part. And I'm feeling much better about being here now. I mean, not that I wasn't feeling happy about it before, but it's just now I'm really settled in and comfortable. So now, here's the second part. And if you remember in the first part, in the first part, Jimmy caused the world to be transformed into the contents of his Jet Fusion novel. And so now we're on an adventure to rescue Jet Fusion, stop Professor Calamitous from taking over the world, and basically return Retroville back to its normal, back to real world state of what it was. This part won't be as extended as the first part, simply because I don't really have that much time to work on this right now. I'm not trying to go into too much detail of what I'm busy with, because I feel like I'd be kind of like boring to you all if I did that. But it is a good project that I'm working on. That I can say, that much I can say. Other than that, I guess I could upload a third part tomorrow, but I'm not. I didn't even see him. Anyway, I hold up. I feel like this walkthrough will take a long while to finish. Not because the game is long, but because not the fact that I came and like completed, because I've actually completed this game twice. It's just I feel like because of me being 18, being a young adult at least, I don't have time to keep playing video games as much as I used to. Which is why I wish I started walkthroughs in the past, like more earlier on to this kind of potential. But I guess it's okay now that I use it as a hobby, but other than that, I just feel like I feel like I'm trying way too hard at this gaming thing, and like I learned from my first part that I was being a little too conscious about the game. If you remember why. I feel like I was being a little too cautious and that I guess that didn't make it fun. But yeah, I'm gonna try to have a little bit more fun. I'm not gonna just try to force it, of course, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just not cut out for gaming. But I guess that would make sense. Also, I'm not usually this bad. Like this bad at playing this game. It's just the fact that this is on an emulator, and emulators are very difficult for me. So the reason why I chose weekend streams instead, well, weekends. Excuse me, I was remembering a friend of mine. The reason why I chose weekend walkthroughs. The reason why I chose weekend walkthroughs is because, as I stated earlier just now, I'm working on my life and my career, so it's very difficult for me to really find time to even work on walkthroughs nowadays. In fact, not even just walkthroughs, but I barely even have time to play video games anymore. I really don't remember this emulator being this slow. Oh well. Oh, and the other reason besides this video taking too long is because this level is a bit, well, longer than the first level, which was a tutorial, so it's better if I do have this level in parts. And as mentioned earlier, this is not a professional gaming channel. I'm not really looking for monetization or like means of payment here. This is just a hobby that I this is just a hobby that I enjoy on the weekends if I can find time. So I'm not asking to be taken seriously. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I'm choosing to play games that people have already played, because I'm just having fun. It's not like I'm really trying to be popular or have like interactions or anything here. I'm just, enjoying myself while also being able to share my commentary from my own thoughts on things. I guess I should start commenting on the video game itself, but then again, other than the storyline, there's really nothing to comment on much except for the fact that I will I will compliment this video game on the fact that it's very well designed. Like, some people say the graphics in this game weren't very good from their standards, but I feel like for a 2003 video game based on like children's series, it's actually very good. Also, if you can't hear the video, I would turn it up, but because of the apartment building that I live in, I have neighbors who would ask me to turn down the volume, and I've already gotten one noise complaint here, though it was because I was moving my furniture around. It was because I was moving my furniture around, and they thought I was one of the residents that were just making noise. They didn't realize that I had just moved in, so of course I was gonna start making some kind of noise to get settled in. But it's not like I was intentionally just trying to annoy people. I'm guessing he did not just see me, but that actually happens very often in this game. Some some of the enemies don't actually see you right away. Also, I don't know, for those of you who actually watch the series, this is actually Cindy's house. I didn't recognize that at first. Wait, actually, I think I did recognize that when I was younger. Which, and to prove it, this is her swimming pool. It was seen in at least one episode. I think this implies that Retroville wasn't completely changed into the contents of the book. I think it was just that the book was projected into the real world, which I guess is the same thing, but what I mean is that there are some real world elements to the world still. It's just Jimmy has to now save the world from the fictional parts of it in order if he wants to get back to normal. Okay, so I sound like the teacher from South Park. Okay, so up here we have the first official mini game or challenge in the video game, and so because I want this video to not be as long as the first part, I will wrap up the video here, and then I will at least try to have this part of part 3 uploaded tomorrow. But again, I will try. And another thing that I want to remind you all is that these are weekend walkthroughs, so therefore, if I can, these walkthroughs will only be on these walkthroughs, reviews, or vlogs will only be on Saturdays and Sundays. If I do have an exception, I will update if there will be an exception, but I can at least tell that that exception won't be very often. So with that, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on when I can record again. Peace out. Take care.